Hi, this is Todd Toback again, and welcome to this special edition of the No Limits Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm here with a very special guest, Tom Kroll, and this is part two in a video series, a follow-up that we've done. We did the Do or Die 90 Days to a Life Without Limits, where we took a brand new student who started with nothing, who was bankrupt, who had no money, no experience, who was living on the edge of getting kicked out of his house, and basically went to 250 grand in wholesaling fees a year within 18 months. Now his wholesaling business is much bigger, but I've gotten a lot of feedback from all of our listeners saying how much they love Tom's stories and they wanted to hear from him. So I put that on hold. And for those of you who don't know, over the past year, Tom has been so passionate about this business. He's also been passionate about taking newbies and getting them to their first wholesale deal. And I haven't met anybody who's having the kind of success Tommy is having getting people to their first check. If you are a new wholesaler and you're looking to get your first deal, you need to listen to this podcast and the previous podcast before it, because I've never seen any results. Tom, I've been blown away by your students. I've been humbled because I used to do some coaching in the real estate world, and I just want to say congrats, and I'm in awe, and I think it's great that you're impacting lives and generating some revenue for your peeps.
I am. I love it. Yeah, thank you. I mean, Todd, I wake up in the morning and I read these Facebook messages, people quitting their jobs, people, selling their businesses, people making, $100,000 in their first 60 days, 90 days, first half year. I mean, it's incredible. I love it.
Right.
With the business, I love, I really do. Like, it's such a passion of mine now. It's a driver. So I enjoy it. It's good stuff.
All right. So let's do this. Why don't we talk about, because what we did on the last time, we really emphasized the point of instruction over education, right? Not learning the entire business or not becoming the encyclopedia of real estate. That doesn't matter, right? You're not going to make money. Taking that focus, specific action, focusing on that, and only that is going to get you where you need to go. So at the last podcast, we talked about doing that. Let's talk about one piece of information, just one thing, the action that you want people to take from this episode. And then let's talk about the webinar that you and I are going to do together, talking about more how we can get more involved.
Right. So here's the deal. The first episode, we went over how to, cash buyers and the importance of that and building that into your business
right,
first.
And how to get like double the assignment fees.
Right. And it seems a little awkward, and I get it, but I would definitely hold on to that like a pit bull. Now that you have some cash buyers, you really want to go out and find a deal. So the question is, where do you find a deal? So I think what we want to talk about today is, how are you going to actually do that? So we're going to give away the best list, the absolute highest performing list that I use that gets cash. I've never done a mailing without getting deals, and it is it just answers every question about people who are raising their hand. They're saying, hey, over here, I don't want this property anymore. And these are distressed homeowners who are in a situation where they're begging someone to take the property. Okay. We have done massive deals on that, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay, so let's even clarify. Let's pretend like someone knows nothing about wholesaling. We've got the cash buyers over here, right? Now we're looking for the motivated sellers.
Right.
Right, the people who are going to sell their house to us at a discount.
Right.
Right. So you're going to give us that list, the best one, that's going to point to all the signs. All right, so what is this? And go ahead.
Okay, so the list is, I need a drum roll. Can I get a drum roll? All right. The list is code violations in your county. Code violations. And what a code violation is when someone lets their grass grow too high or their house falls into disrepair. They will say, they'll get a letter from the county that says, hey, you better fix this because we are going to start fining you if you don't. So these are people who have problem properties, and this will really answer often the vacant list. You usually will find a lot of vacant homes on this list. You'll find a lot of absentee owners on the list, and you'll find a lot of homeowners who live in the property, owner-occupied properties, who are ready to give the house away. They just do not want it. It's a problem property. Code violations is a great way to say, hey, I'm having issues I can't deal with. This is a problem property, and they're raising their hand and they're saying, please help me out of the situation.
Right.
And that's what wholesaling is. It's helping people out of situations. And
okay, so where do we find the code violation list, Tom?
So this is great news, because sometimes the code violation list is which is great because the harder it is to get on your hands
Okay, so
on
you cut out there for a second. So you said it's very hard to get.
Sometimes it's hard to get, sometimes it's easy to get.
Okay.
It's all depending on your territory and who controls it. Sometimes it's in the court system, sometimes it's with the county, the
Right.
city, the municipality, or the township. So
Okay.
it depends on who's responsible for it and how the list gets mailed out. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is something I learned from Jack Bosch, which is when you go to request a list from a county, you're going to have to go through the rule of 5, which means that you're going to have to go through at least 5 people who tell you, oh, this list doesn't exist. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. We don't even know what you're talking about. Which is so silly because I guarantee if you let your grass grow long, if you want to test this theory, let your grass grow long, and I guarantee you get a letter.
Right.
So here's the deal: is that the list does exist, and you've got a lot of people are going to tell you no. So I don't care if you've got to get out in the cold, or right now it's the summer, but get out there and go there first thing in the morning and talk to people, every single person, until you can get your hands on that list. 5 people.
Okay.
The
5
harder
people.
the list is to get, the 5 people, and the harder the list is to get, the more valuable it is.
Okay.
The harder it is to get, the more valuable, because less people are mailing it.
Now, if you're nervous, according to Tom's theory here, if you're nervous, good, right? Get out there, make it happen, get the list. Right. You know, the person at the county knows less than you, right? So,
absolutely.
You know, I think that's awesome. So, so question here is, so you have the list. You're gonna mail the list. What are we gonna do with the list?
So once you get the list, you send out a whatever mail piece you like, mail, either a yellow letter or you know, there's all.
Let's be specific, Tom. We're going to nail you down here.
I send out.
I want instruction, not education.
You want the actual mail piece?
No, tell me who to use.
Man.
Tell me who to use.
This is insider information, Todd. I don't know.
What vendor do I use?
What's that?
What vendor do I use?
I use 3D Mail.
Okay.
And there's a lady there. Her name is Tara. And I'm going to let you do the homework. If you want to look her up, her name is Tara. I think her last name is Spike. And if you look up Tara, Spink, yeah, Spink. Yeah. It's the Spink. Okay, so if you look up,
that's
Tara,
not who I use for my mail, but I you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, either way. But if you call her, I'll give you a secret. Just tell her you're my student, and I want the same thing that Tom sends out, and she will send it to you.
Whoa, that's big. Yeah. That's big time.
Yeah. And I don't share that with a lot of people. So I will tell you, if you send that out, you will have massive results, or you should at least expect massive results. And it's been an awesome list. It's working extraordinarily well for me. It works extraordinarily well for my clients. I get no negative feedback on that list and mail piece combo. And you should expect a lot of people who call you and say, please take this property, please, please, please. So it's awesome. I love it. So that is some key information right there. And I did not expect to give that away. That's the truth.
That's awesome. And Tom, let me ask you this. I think the biggest thing is, and that's an awesome piece of information. I think we should do a webinar. What do you think?
I'll do it. I'm all in. Let's
go. Let's do a webinar. All right. Yes. So if you go to our website, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com, okay, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/Tom. Okay, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/Tom, TOM, right? You can learn more about this webinar and register. If you're on my email list, I'll just email it to you, and you can register from there. And you can hear all about more about what Tommy's doing, and really, we'll dig deeper into really the secret to success of what your students are doing, which I'm stoked. We'll do it live, and maybe we can take some questions and go from there. Is that cool?
Cool. Let's do it. I like it. It's a good idea.
All right. So what are we going to give away at the webinar? I think let's give something away. I'm going to really press it. Let's give away something really cool.
Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff out there. That I use. I've got.
Think about this.
I'm thinking about what my clients always like. You know, some of the things that really turn it around for my clients.
I got something. How about a secret way at the end? We'll talk about how to get double the amount of cash buyers out of property.
Oh, I love that.
Nobody does this. I mean, you know, you can completely dominate your market. So we'll talk about that, and we'll have that secret. And also, we're going to give away. You got a little PDF. Not a PDF. It's a special document that you use, and I've seen it's great on how to wholesale a deal in 5 days.
Oh yeah, I love it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna. It's a special it's a special sheet of how to wholesale deal in 5 days. I love it. And then we'll show you how to get double the cash buyers to your property. Which what does that mean to you? That means double the assignment fees, baby. Much easier to get double the assignment fees than do an extra deal. So I'm stoked. Go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/Tom to register for the webinar. If you're on my list, I'll just send you an email. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. Thank you for being on this episode of the No Limits Real Estate Investing Podcast. If you're listening to this, you rock. Tom, you rock. Let's do some more deals, baby. Come on.
Bam! I love it.
Talk to you soon.